Here's a seemingly boring dish that isn't just good for you, it's good for your wallet too. For less than $10, you can create this meltingly tender cabbage, bacon, carrot dish that you serve over rice, serve with potatoes, eat on its own, and it's perfect. It's enough for dinner, it's enough for lunch, or it's an amazing side. This is the way to go. Three ingredients, that's all you need for this dish. I know it's utilitarian, but melted cabbage with bacon is one of the greatest dishes if you make it properly. The essential part of this dish is balancing the flavors. You got the richness and the fattiness from the bacon. You get a little bit of sweetness and wholesome flavor from the carrots. And then obviously the cabbage is earthy. It's a little bit nutty, a little bit spicy, mustard-like, right? Because it's kind of a mustard green. We're gonna cook it down in the bacon fat, and then we're gonna balance the flavors with a touch of honey, a little bit of vinegar. We're gonna make this kind of sweet and sour, caramelize it so it's meltingly tender, and you've got yourself an excellent weeknight dish that you can eat with potatoes or over rice or what have you. We're gonna start off by just taking the bacon. I'm gonna leave the bacon whole and render it because I want to pull the bacon out after it renders. I want all that bacon fat in there. I'm just going to throw it in a cold pan, separate all the pieces, of course, and then I'm going to throw this over low to medium high heat, and I'm just going to let this bacon cook. And then as it comes together, I'm going to pull the big fat bacon pieces out, and then we'll use the rest of the bacon fat to cook and caramelize the carrots and the cabbage. So this is a two-person job. This is a great way to get your kids involved in the kitchen. This is why I encourage everybody to get a big cutting board, right? The cutting board, having a big wooden block cutting board in the middle of your kitchen is essential for being able to constantly cook, cut. Sometimes I lay across this cutting board, but I'm gonna start here. You peel, I'll slice, all right? With the cabbage, we take it down the center, and I'm gonna core this piece out right here. Don't eat that. That'll give you the runs. I'm not talking about like track and field, because I want this cabbage to be super, super, super thin so that we get a really nice caramelization on there. I'll actually start to peel some of the cabbage leaves off, right? So I'll roll them up like this, and then I'll slice them super thin like this. Is this actually technically a chiffonade, which is cutting any herb or leaf into ribbons? And then I cut it against the grain as well, right? So there you go. So see how nice and thin I'm making this? That's the key to this, is because that way it kind of melts out as you cook it, and you get a much more tender bite on the cabbage. Push that over there. That's the vein there. You want to cut against that. So I'm going to roll it up. It gets tougher in the center, but I'm cutting against that vein right there. Now the carrots, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice them down pretty thin because I want them to be tender as well and to caramelize. So I'll just take them in half, cut them on a little bit of a bias like this, you know, about 1/8 of an inch thick. And one head of cabbage costs a couple dollars, right? Carrots, a couple dollars. Pack of bacon, maybe $6 or $7. That's the most important part of this, expensive part of this dish. But not only is cabbage pretty tasty, it's also really good for you. Okay, so we got our carrots set here. Now, I said 3 ingredients, but I mean, maybe there's 4. I'm gonna grab some garlic as well. Just leave it on the cutting board, that's fine, that's fine. Our family loves garlic. Garlic is also inexpensive. It's an inexpensive way to make some of the flavors explode, because who doesn't love the flavor of garlic? So we're gonna do probably 8 to 10 cloves of garlic in here. William's gonna put them through a garlic press. While he's doing that, I'm gonna check on the bacon. Dang, dude. You been working out? All right, so the bacon has gotten crispy enough for my liking. This is one of those natural bacons, so it's gonna be a little bit more like ham than it is bacon. Now I got all that fat right there in the pan, okay? That's flavor country. Now I'm gonna add my carrots, and I'm going to slowly caramelize my carrots for probably 5 to 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna add my garlic. I'm gonna toast that garlic for about 45 seconds. Then I'm gonna add my cabbage, and I'm gonna start cooking that cabbage down with the carrots and the bacon fat, and then we're gonna season it up from there. Now I'm gonna add my garlic, and I'm just gonna toast that for about 45 seconds. Now for the cabbage. One thing that's happened here is the bacon and the garlic and the carrots have kind of left some flavor on the bottom of the pan. So you want to scrape that flavor up as the cabbage is going to release moisture. That's going to essentially deglaze the bottom of the pan. And we're going to hasten the process of the cabbage steaming by putting a lid on here just for a minute or so. So put a lid on there. I'm going to turn the heat down and we're just going to let that steam. That's going to speed up the process. And then after the moisture is evaporated, then it'll actually slowly start to caramelize, which then gets it to that meltingly tender mouthfeel, that state of being meltingly tender. The cabbage is cooked down about 50%. So I'm going to add right now maybe a 1/4 cup of rice vinegar. That's gonna add some tang and brightness to the cabbage, and then we'll kind of cook that into it. If there's any bits left on the bottom of the pan, now's the time to really scrape them off and get that cooking into the cabbage. Throw the lid back on. Oh yeah, so this is just going low and slow right now. It's really a 10 or 15 minute process to just let this cook down. So all the moisture is evaporated. Now it's starting to kind of cook and caramelize a little bit more, which is what you want. I'm gonna add a little bit of honey in here just to give it a little bit of sweetness because we got all that vinegar in there, so we wanna balance those flavors out. I'm gonna mix that in so that it starts to caramelize. And then I'm gonna turn the heat. I'm gonna turn the heat off, it's still cooking. And I'm gonna finish this with like just a good dollop of whole unsalted butter. And that's gonna add a rich mouthfeel at the end. It's gonna round it out. It's gonna kind of pull all the flavors together. It's almost the glue. Here we go. Oh my God. I already know, you can't smell it here. The butter toasted just a little bit. It's got that rich melted butter smell to it, almost like melted popcorn. The garlic is still redolent, and then the vinegar and the honey, it has that sweet and sour. I gave it a little taste, so I already know what we're expecting here. Now I'm gonna fold in the bacon, right? So I'm just gonna roughly chop this bacon and fold it in at the end so it still maintains a bit of crispiness. Put that in there. Add that fresh thyme. Of course, we gotta add some chives. Save some for garnish at the end. But you could have fun here, right? So like if you wanna add some caraway seeds, if you wanna add some coriander, any fresh cracked pepper, which we'll throw in right now, this would be the time to do it. Whoa, what's going on over there? The kids are getting excited about the cabbage. Okay, so throw a little in right now to mix it in. Fresh cracked pepper. Oh my God, that's it right there. Big fat pieces of bacon. By the way, as crazy as this sounds, I'll take this cabbage and I'll eat this for breakfast with like a fried egg on top. Another level. Kids are eating cabbage and bacon tonight. Forget about it. So even though this dish is really only 3 main ingredients, it's the process and the procedure by which you cook them and mix them that takes the dish from boring and utilitarian to over the top and quasi fine dining. So in a restaurant, I would serve this alongside a nice steak or a piece of fish. So it's not just a really good side though. This could be the main entree because you got your protein in there and you've got all the other ingredients. So there's gonna be my dinner tonight. Pork and cabbage. There we go.